Have you ever pondered about the seemingly ordinary things around you and wondered if there might be something extraordinary about them that you're not aware of? The world is filled with fascinating facts hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. There's a certain thrill in uncovering these secrets, a joy that comes from understanding the world a little better. So buckle up, let's dive into the unknown and unravel the mysteries of the everyday. Prepare to have your mind blown by some incredibly interesting facts that you probably didn't know. First up, did you know that a light year is not a measure of time but distance? A light year is precisely the distance light travels in a single year. Now, considering that light travels at about 186,000 miles per second, the numbers quickly become mind-boggling. To give you an idea, in just 1 year, light can cover nearly 6 trillion miles. Yes, you heard that right, 6 trillion. This astronomical distance scale is so vast that using miles or kilometers would be impractical. So scientists devised the term light year. It provides a more manageable way to understand and communicate the enormous distances between celestial bodies. It's like using a yardstick instead of a ruler to measure a football field. This measure is critical in astronomy because space is vast and the distances between celestial bodies are enormous. So when astronomers say a star is millions of light years away, they're talking about distance, not time. Moving on to the animal kingdom, did you know that an octopus has 3 hearts? Yes, you heard right, 3 hearts. Now you might be wondering, why the extra ticker? Well, it all comes down to survival. 2 of these hearts, called the branchial hearts, work exclusively to pump blood to the octopus's gills. When the octopus swims, these hearts stop beating, which is why octopuses prefer to crawl rather than swim, conserving their energy. The 3rd heart, known as the systemic heart, pumps blood to the rest of the body. Interestingly, this heart also stops beating when the octopus swims, making swimming a rather exhaustive exercise for these creatures. This unique circulatory system allows the octopus to survive in various ocean depths, adapting to different levels of oxygen and pressure. So, while it may seem odd to us, it's just another day in the life for our 8-armed friend. Indeed, the octopus is a fascinating creature that continues to amaze scientists. Speaking of hearts, did you know that your heart beats over 100,000 times a day? Quite an astonishing feat, isn't it? Now let's delve into why exactly this happens. This miraculous organ, about the size of your clenched fist, is the main pump station of your body. It works like a tireless engine, pushing blood around your body every second of every day. The heart beats around 70 times per minute, which amounts to 100,000 times in a day and a staggering 35 million times in a year. This rhythmic thumping is not just an idle pastime. Every beat of your heart sends oxygen and nutrients to every corner of your body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. It's a non-stop delivery service, keeping everything running smoothly. So, in essence, your heart is working tirelessly to keep you alive. Next up, did you know that Earth is the only planet not named after a god? Yes, that's right. While all other planets in our solar system proudly carry names from Roman mythology, Earth stands unique. Our home planet's name has a far more humble origin, rooted in Old English and Germanic languages. The word Earth originates from the Anglo-Saxon word eartha and the Germanic word erde, both of which simply mean ground or soil. So, why this discrepancy? Well, when the Romans were naming the planets, they could only see 5 with their naked eyes: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These celestial bodies were named after their gods, as they believed these gods ruled over the skies. It was much later, with the advent of telescopes, that Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto were discovered and followed the tradition. Isn't it fascinating how our home planet stands out in more ways than one? Speaking of planets, did you know that there are more possible iterations of a game of chess than there are atoms in the known universe? Chess, a game of sheer strategy and cunning, boasts an almost unfathomable complexity. With just 32 pieces and 64 squares, the game can unfold in a dizzying number of ways. Now, let's put this into perspective. The universe, vast and seemingly infinite, contains about 10 to the power of 80 atoms. That's a 1 with 80 zeros after it. However, the number of potential chess games dwarfs this figure. The Shannon number, named after mathematician Claude Shannon, estimates the number of unique chess games at around 10 to the power of of 120. That's more than the number of atoms in the universe. Chess, a game confined to a small checkered board, manages to outdo the universe in terms of possibilities. Mind-blowing, isn't it? So what's the most surprising fact you've learned today? Perhaps it was learning that a light year, despite its name, isn't actually a measure of time, but a staggering distance that light travels in a year, a distance so vast it boggles the mind. Or maybe it was the octopus, a creature of the deep with its 3 hearts, blue blood, and the uncanny ability to change its skin color and texture in the blink of an eye. Quite possibly, the most surprising fact for you was closer to home, within your own body. The human body, a marvel of nature, houses enough DNA in one person to stretch from the sun to Pluto and back, not once, not twice, but a whopping 17 times. Or perhaps it was the revelation that the number of bacteria in your body outnumbers your own cells, a fact that might make you feel a little less lonely, or perhaps a little more squeamish. You might have been astounded by our home planet, the Earth, with its molten iron core spinning faster than the planet's surface, generating a magnetic field that protects us from harmful solar radiation. Or maybe you were taken aback by the fact that despite being over 70% water, we've only explored a minuscule 5% of our oceans. That's less than the percentage of the observable universe we've managed to explore. Speaking of the universe, maybe the most surprising fact for you was the realization of just how insignificant we are in the grand scheme of things. The universe, with its estimated 2 trillion galaxies, each teeming with billions of stars, makes our existence seem like a mere blip on the cosmic radar. But isn't it fascinating? The more we learn, the more we realize how much there is yet to discover. It's these surprising and intriguing facts that make our world and the universe beyond so incredibly captivating. So, what's your most surprising fact? Maybe it's something we've mentioned, or perhaps it's something entirely different. Regardless, I hope this journey of discovery has left you with a renewed sense of wonder and curiosity. These facts, these snippets of knowledge, they're just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole world out there, a universe even brimming with mysteries waiting to be uncovered, facts waiting to be learned, and stories waiting to be told. Remember, the world is full of fascinating things waiting to be discovered. So stay curious and keep learning.